Good morning, everybody, and
Hey.
welcome back to Business Over Breakfast. My name is Ben Barber. That is the always
Lori
fabulous
Jatari.
Lori Jatari. Hey, Lori.
Good. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I was going to say that we didn't do the show last week, but we did, and we had a wonderful conversation with Scott. It was the week before that we missed.
I know. Every time I see you, I feel like it's been a year.
I know.
It's only been a week.
Time every day now lasts 7 years, I believe.
Yeah. I think that's the whole purpose of this. The COVID-19 is just to get rid of the concept of time.
Yeah. I saw a wonderful suggestion yesterday that now would be a good time to get rid of daylight saving time, because no one will even realize it.
I agree.
Anyway.
Anyway, we have an exciting show today.
I'm very excited about it.
It's all about travel, but not time travel, just travel.
Why don't you introduce our guests?
Yeah, great. Thank you. So today we have two amazing women in a women-owned business, and they've been in business for 26 years. And we have Dianne Miguel and Lori Franco. They own Global Excellence Travel. And so these women got together. They were all working for another organization, and they decided we can do this ourselves. And they had a great reputation, and they got a lot of business from word of mouth. They've traveled all over the world. They focus on corporate travel, vacation travel, honeymoon travel, and they've done cruises. I'm really excited. I've spent almost my entire life traveling, and I look forward to it. Global Excellence is an affiliate member of American Express, and so they are doing some amazing work. But we'd love to hear about what's happening in the travel industry today. So let's bring them on.
All right.
Hi, Diane. Good morning.
Morning, Ben. Hi, Lori. Good morning. It's great to see you and hear more about your business.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for joining. We are really trying to get a lot of different types of businesses on here so that when we put the videos up, we can share them and people can get educated about what they need to know about today. It's travel. So welcome. Thanks for being here.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I can imagine. Travel ain't what it used to be, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about where are you today in travel?
Well, where are we today? When the pandemic began back in March, it was just refund after refund, clients calling, working late hours, just doing what needed to be done for the client to try to get their money back. And as of today, I can say, if people haven't rebooked their vacation for 2021, everyone has gotten a refund. It may have taken time, but we have persevered, and that it was great. We did it. We're still doing it because a lot of people were scheduled to travel later in this year. So every day we're still doing some refunds.
Wow.
It's not nearly what it was.
And how are the organizations you guys are kind of the middleman between the airlines and the cruise lines, and how are those organizations supporting what you need to do?
The airlines, when it first hit, it was very difficult because every day they had a different rule and regulation. One day you could refund, the next day you had to rebook. Then it was only you can use it for 6 months. Now it's 16 months, 12 months. Every airline, every tour operator has a different rule.
Wow.
So every day we had to check it. And as soon as it came over, that's when we put the refund in. But it wasn't one standard policy because no one's ever had dealt with this before.
Yeah. So it is amazing how all the rules just go out the window. And yet when you're messing around with people's money, it becomes super important.
Most people were very, very understanding.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had anybody that really was, screaming and yelling. They understood. This is something no one dealt with.
Right. We
And
haven't.
they do it, and it might have took time, but they got what they needed.
And the average was 3 months that everyone had to wait for their refund on a tour. And even on the cruise, on the airline tickets, we sent in for refunds in March, and we were receiving the refunds in September.
Wow.
So it took that long. And our clients were very patient and grateful. And
yeah, that's so important. Well, that just shows that you have clients that come to you and love you. I mean, one of the things that we've talked about in the show is how wonderful it is to work with clients that are your partners. And so we each, bring our own expertise to that, and then you create a great partnership.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one of the things, obviously, COVID or no COVID, when you're dealing with travel, is that you are sort of helping people through really big moments in their lives, right? So obviously, like honeymoons and stuff are huge, but in general, just any sort of big travel experience that people would come to you for is such a profound experience, and what kind of a relationship have you built with people who are like return customers that sort of get the traveling bug, and then I assume that like there's a closeness that your customers feel with you guys, because you're allowing them to execute like flawlessly, like their dreams, essentially, which is an incredible thing.
Lori's going to talk about the vacation side of it.
Well, a lot of my clients, I've done maybe their honeymoon. Now we're doing their family vacations, their kids' honeymoons, their kids' vacations. I mean, after 30-something years in the business, a lot of people go back for years. Go through a lot of them. I just have one of my really good clients. Her son just booked a destination wedding in the Dominican Republic for 2022. So there's 100 people going out on that.
Wow.
So it takes a while, but they know that everything is in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
That what could be done prior is going to be taken care of. Some groups I even go with to make sure that everything goes smoothly. So
that's very important. I think that Dominican Republic is a good trip to go with them.
But no, a lot of the people, everybody could plan a trip. We know what could possibly happen along the way. So we try to advise them, if this happens, this is what you do. If you lose your passport, this is what you have to do. If someone's sick, we try to take them beyond just, here's your trip.
I remember I was born in Colombia, South America. And so for my childhood, I was traveling back and forth all the time, Cumberland, Rhode Island, and Barranquilla, Colombia. And I remember thinking, like, I can never lose my passport. And then the first time I ever turned my passport over to somebody else was to get a visa to go to China. And I had to send it was for work, and I had to send my passport to New York in the mail. And it was just like, I felt like I was my whole life was like, don't lose your passport.
That's right.
But I think that so I'd love to hear a little bit about, in my corporate work, people were traveling all the time. I mean, I was probably traveling 2 weeks out of every month somewhere. And like, how is that experience changing?
Well, we had people that were literally on the road every day of the week. I give them a lot of credit. And even with, going back to 9/11, just when that all first happened, and a few of them, we said, go rent a car, because this is the only way you're going to get home. And the letters we received thanking us just for that advice, because who knew what to do at that moment, right? There was so much happening. And a lot of them are saying now that they never thought that they would say that they're ready to go back on the road. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them haven't started travel yet. Some have, engineer companies. We doing some corporate business, but for the majority, it's not happening yet.
Yeah.
So,
So if someone was thinking about either corporate or personal travel, what would be like the top things that you would have them consider today?
The main thing that's holding a lot of people back, because I've got people calling me every day. They want to travel. I just got back. I was down in Florida. It was completely safe. You could social distance. You wear your mask. There was no problem down there. The problem we're having here that I'm finding in Rhode Island is no matter where you go internationally, you have to quarantine for 14 days on your way back.
Mm-hmm. So they are allowing international travel.
Correct. So anywhere out of the country coming back, if you live in Rhode Island, you have to quarantine. So a lot of people are not leaving the country. So we're doing Florida, we're doing Vegas. So there's different national parks. So people are traveling domestically, but they just can't do international. Now, people in Massachusetts, if they go internationally, they can come back, get a test, and they're fine. So I have people from Massachusetts that are doing Aruba, Jamaica, Cancun. They are traveling because
I'm surprised.
islands are open. Certain islands are open for U.S. travelers. There's just a lot of rules and regulations. So you just can't go book something and say, okay, I'm going, because today you could go, tomorrow they're saying, no, you can't.
Wow.
That's where you need someone watching your back to make sure that you're not getting to the airport and them saying, sorry, you can't go now because we changed the rule 2 days ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
some you have to upload the negative COVID test before you even get on the plane. Some you have to have insurance. It's mandatory to buy their insurance just in case you get COVID when you're there. So because they're going to have to put you up and quarantine you. So the rules have changed. Every day it's a new rule.
And most normal insurance policies do not cover COVID or fear of COVID. So it has to be a medical reason. Someone's sick, someone's got the flu. You just can't say, I'm not going, unless you take a different policy, which is cancel for any reason. So there's so many different ways, but you have to protect your trip because things can happen before you even hop on that plane.
Yeah. So when you think about your business, let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the business. Dianne, you've been in a lot of our calls with the Rhode Island Small Business Coalition and the Rhode Island Lieutenant Governor's weekly calls. How are you seeing your business change, and how are you kind of processing as an owner what's happening in your business?
Well, when this first started and after we got through all the initial refunds, my biggest goal was to make sure we kept everybody employed. And, we cover healthcare for a lot of people. And to me, that was very important, that I needed to keep that happening. And we did okay until September. I mean, there's only so long that we can carry. And, we had to furlough some people.
Yep.
But I have faith they will come back here. And but where every day is a struggle. Absolutely, every day is a struggle. But we're staying positive.
Can you say more a little bit about? I don't want to go deep into the struggle, but when you say as a business owner, like every day is a struggle, like what is a normal day for you that you faced with?
I mean, the phone has pretty much stopped ringing. So there hasn't been much income coming in. So I had to go and renegotiate our lease. Thank God we have a very generous landlord. I have, renegotiated trash pickup, internet, whatever I could to lower the expenses. Everybody took a 20% pay cut. We have utilized the work-share program. We have taken advantage of everything that is out there. And as a lot of other people have. I mean, it's just, I don't know. We're going to make it. It's just we need more help at this point.
Right, right. And so we're really trying to get that Restore Rhode Island grant access money out and expand it in as many ways as possible. Yeah. And when you get, what are you thinking?
Me right now?
Yeah.
I just
Have you had your coffee?
I haven't had my coffee, but this
okay.
is I just every time that we have one of these conversations, I just am in awe of the strength of the business owners, because this is so daunting, and for you guys to be holding on to those employees and making sure that that you could take care of them for as long as possible right now. That is just such a it's beautiful strength that that is so terrible to have as a necessity this year. And but it really and as if the customers that were there for 30 years and now have their sons planning trips for their weddings, when
Yeah.
as if that wasn't a testament to the character of you both. The fight for your employees just is a testament to that as well. So I applaud both of you for everything that you've been doing this year. You're welcome. So what from what you've seen being a part of the Small Business Coalition calls, Dianne, and I don't think that we've ever met before, but unless you were on the Lieutenant Governor's show, because okay, but I do know your name because I see it every single.
You put up questions, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So what are your thoughts on the on what's been done, and what would you like to be seen done more when you're in these calls with Lori and Chris and everybody, or watching the Lieutenant Governor's town halls? Like, what are the types of things that are needed for a business like yours to come back and be able to sustain those employees?
Well, right now we need cash. That's the only thing that's going to keep us going. That's what I've been fighting for, writing, for grants. There's multiple grants I've written for. We haven't gotten them, but I'll write for whatever I have to. Hoping for that second round of PPP. That's what's going to keep us going. I don't need a heat lamp. I don't need a tent outside. That's not going to help me. We need the cash.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, so that's that's what we're pushing for. And I think so many businesses are in that, have that same need, obviously. I mean, it's paying rent, it's paying utilities, it's being able to pay your people and not think about bringing the money in, but maintaining what the business already has going on and being able to maintain that at, like you said, 20% down. Maintenance at that level is going to be good enough for now. And that, I think, will allow everybody to kind of hunker down and keep moving forward until we can start to grow again.
Right. I mean, with our business being down, we're down about 90%. And, we can still make it, we're still okay. I'm a saver. So back in the good days, I saved, right? And so that's what's helping us get through this.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know for how long that.
Yeah. Well, let's make sure that we end on a happy note. So I would say, I'll ask everyone, what was the most exciting, best trip you've ever been on? And tell us, like, where you went, how you got there, what you did.
I'll go first. Mine was South Africa.
Yeah.
We went to Johannesburg, Cape Town, which is beautiful. Did my safari. So there's nothing better than getting out in the wildlife and getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to see the sunrise over, with the animals in the background.
Wow.
That would probably be one of my favorites. All the farm to table restaurants and the wine from South Africa. So that would be my top, that everyone should do a safari and hit that area. It was absolutely beautiful.
I'm
That
gonna
sounds
call
amazing.
Yeah,
It
that's
was.
on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I just had an amazing wine from South Africa that I kept the bottle so I would go and get it again called Alphabetical. Yeah, it was great.
They have all these little farm to table where they'll pick the vegetables in the morning and then you're eating them at night with the different wines, and it's beautiful. Cape Town was absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
And for the adventurous, you can do the shark diving in the cage, which was not me. I was drinking the wine watching them do the shark diving.
Dianne, what are you thinking?
Oh, I don't. There's multiple, but I think the Star Clipper, which is a sailing ship,
The tall ship.
a tall ship, and it was. I went from Barbados into the Grenadine Islands, and it was just the peace of being out on the water with the sails up. No motor running. It was just amazing. Everyone's world is so busy these days, so I look for the calmness of everything. I like to go into different islands and exploring that.
Wow.
That sounds amazing.
It was amazing.
With 100 passengers, 100 crew.
Oh yeah, it's not one of those big cruise ships. It's
Right. Yeah.
it was beautiful.
That's
Dan.
awesome. Oh, I cannot compare to any of these stories at all.
I can send you on one.
Yes, please. I would love to. I've always wanted to go to Italy. So, and I was looking at your site, and I, see that you're somewhat of an Italy expert. So I would love to talk to you about that. I would say Montreal was my favorite place that I've been. It was my second time out of the country, technically, and it was just gorgeous. I loved going to all of the historical sites, and we spent some time at the Montreal Notre Dame Cathedral, and it was just the most beautiful place that I had ever been in my life. Nothing like anywhere that I had ever been. So that was my favorite place.
That's amazing. Each of you, I've never been to Montreal, and that is on my list. I mean, how could I have not been to Canada? I've never been on a sailing cruise, I had an analyst friend that went on one of those sailing cruises in Asia, and he came back and he was like, "You must do this." And Africa, of course. I've traveled to 22 countries, and I can't even think about what I would say. Italy is one of my favorites. I've been to Italy probably. I mean, my family is from Italy, and I've probably been more than 10 times. But once, just traveling, I love Northern Italy. So I took a month with a friend and went all through the lake region and to Verona. And I have a cousin that lives in Venice, and we ended there. And Italy is just amazing. I remember my first cafe stop in Italy. I couldn't speak Italian. I speak Spanish. And the woman was like, "Come in, cappuccino." And she was just so welcoming. And I felt like, oh, I'm home. Yes, this is amazing. And and it didn't, Italy. I
agree. Italy's beautiful.
The people, the land, everything. Yeah.
I love that. My best friend's mother and grandfather are immigrants from Italy. She came over in the 50s, but I've always they're like my adopted family basically since I was 18, and I've always wanted go and heard so much about. I actually, literally, I have a hat on my desk for Napoli. Just because I literally just looked over and went, oh, hey,
Yeah, it's time.
yeah, and I've been
Time to go.
yeah, and I've been playing like just as a learning exercise. I've been on Duolingo for years, learning Italian. I'm ready.
Oh, molto bene. Napoli is supposed to have the best pizza in the world.
Oh, it is. It's
beautiful.
really good.
Good.
Again, the food and the wine.
Everything in Italy is just great. I know. Time to go. Lucca is another favorite city of mine. And anyway, we have to do a whole show on Italy then. And we can start traveling. I would love to hear about the cool stuff in Italy. Let's do it.
Let's hope that soon. Absolutely.
Lori, let's just do a show from Italy.
Listen.
Yes. We'll find a Tuscan villa and we'll work out of the villa for 6 months and we'll just live in a town in Italy. Oh my
I
God.
have a friend that lives there and he has an extra house, so we're good.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Right in the mountains. Oh, it's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
so Dianne and Lori, if people want to book, so if they live in Rhode Island, they cannot go international right now unless they come back and quarantine for 14 days.
That's correct. That rule needs to be changed or amended. Fact.
But if you are in Massachusetts, you come back and you just get a clean COVID test.
Correct.
As of yesterday.
As of yesterday.
Yesterday. Knock on wood. Okay. And so if people want to, and obviously, but you can travel domestically anywhere.
Correct.
Perfect. So if people want to find you guys to book some travel, because I know that everyone that's watching this and will watch this in the future is going a little stir crazy right now. How can they get a hold of you guys to get out of the house?
Well, they can call 732-8080, Lori's extension 134, or just ring out and anyone will answer the phone. Or they can email Lori at globaltravel1.com. Thank you. And that's how.
732-8080, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect.
Great.
Well, thank you guys so much. Lori, do you have any more questions for them?
No, I could talk travel all day and just take like Calgon, take me away.
People are ready to go.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. And I really, I just want to say we are all in this together. And so however we can help each other, we're doing the best we can. So we just know we're here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate this.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
They're
That was great,
incredible.
Ben.
Yeah, they are wonderful, wonderful women.
I know. When we can travel, I'm calling them.
Yes.
South Africa, sail trip, Montreal, Italy. It's time.
Fun story. I've never been on a plane. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Their reactions, by the way, they're still backstage and their faces. Hey guys.
Daddy, come over here. That's okay. We're not on live.
We're on live.
We're live.
Yeah, no, never been on a plane.
Oh, it's so time. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, obviously join us for the Small Business Town Hall with Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee today and every Tuesday at noon. And there will be an update from the RI Small Business Coalition. And let's always stress the importance of this. If you own a business in Rhode Island,
Yes.
please put your business on shoplocalrhodeisland.com.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful resource for you to get your name out, especially if you do not have a large internet footprint right now. Lori, can you just talk about the importance of Shop Local Rhode Island?
Yeah. So we're one of the things that we are going to start is this this idea of take 10% of everything you do and make it local. and Shop Local Rhode Island gives you an opportunity. So when you're looking for Thai food in your neighborhood, you can find it on Shop Local Rhode Island. When you're looking for car parts, you can find it on Shop Local Rhode Island. So instead of just going to the internet and going to Amazon, think about what percentage of your spend you can spend locally. And we are finding, and we'll start putting this information out, that it really, really helps the local businesses to, if everyone can really focus that money to the local businesses. So I can't stress that enough. We're going to be, we have a newsletter. So if you put your business up there, you'll get updates on everything that's happening in Rhode Island. And we have a Facebook page. So if small businesses have questions about what they need, if they want to jump on this show, they can go there and say, I want in. So we're trying to do the best we can to lift all businesses up. So please, join in.
And I, as always, commend you guys for everything that you're doing over there. And if people would like to contact you so that they can work with Visual Thrive, how would they do that?
Yes. So my company is visualthrive.com. We are a media and marketing organization. Our main offer is social media for your company, which allows your customers and your network to get daily updates about what you're doing. My name is Lori, Lori. So it's Lori at visualthrive.com. And so we're all doing the best we can, and that's what we can do. And we just got to keep going. We're all holding hands right now.
Yes, we are. That is a wonderful sentiment. All right. Well, again, thank you to Dianne and Lori for being here today, and thank you, Lori, as always. This is always a pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll have to go to Italy. So.
Oh yes.
All right. Have a good week, guys.